Well, hey, my algebras. So the final starts with scientific notation. Ooh. Remember taking big numbers and then rewriting it so it's in terms of a number between 1 and 10 and a power of 10. So if it's bigger than 1, you move the decimal to between so you have a number between 1 and 10. So I'll move it 1, 2, 3 times to get 3.7 times 10 to the how many times did you move it? So here, move 6.7 times 10. How many times did I move it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if my number starts off smaller than 1, that's when your power is going to be negative on your answer. So, again, I move the decimal till I have a number between 1 and 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. If you want to write it 7.0, that's fine too. Times 10. Now, I moved it 3 times, but it got bigger, so this has to be negative or smaller so that the original number is 0.007, a number smaller than 1. So what would this one be? So you move it, 6.5 times 10 to the negative 1, 2, 3, 4 power. Then you can multiply and work with scientific numbers. So you'd go 3 times 4 is 12 times 10. When you multiply two things in base, you add the power. But got a problem. The first number has to be between 1 and 10. So I have to move the decimal once to get this to be smaller. But if I move this to get smaller, this has to get bigger. So this, I multiply this times this, so it'd be 14 times 10 to the 6, but can't have a number bigger than 1, so I move it 1. But oh my goodness, I gotta make this one bigger. Now, tricky problem. 3.5 divided by 7, we know that 7 goes into 35. But since this is a decimal, I'm going to write 0.5. And it has to be on top. Times, when I divide two things in base, I subtract powers. So it'd be negative 3 minus a negative 8. Minus and minus is plus. Negative 3 plus 8 is 5. Or you could just say move this up and make it positive. Now this is a number less than 1, so I gotta move this, make this bigger. If this one got bigger, this one's gotta get smaller. Now, our laws of exponents. I'm going to have you practice some in the next video. This one's going to show you all the different laws. So when you multiply two things same base, you add the powers. When you have a base to a power, raise it all to another power, you multiply the powers. 2 times 3. You raise both. When you have a product to a power, you raise both to that power. 2 cubed is 8. X cubed. When you're dividing, I already told you earlier, you subtract the powers. So you always go from the bigger one. So bigger one's on top for X, so it stays on top. 20 is bigger than 8, so it goes on the bottom. 20 minus 8 is 12. And anything divided by itself is 1, so it just drops out. Here, square both terms, that'd be 4/9. Yay! Anything to the 0 power is the number 1. Again, when you're dividing, if I have a negative, it means go to the other location and make it positive. It's like a reminder. So this becomes 1 over x to the 4th x cubed. And when you multiply two things the same base, you add the powers. So this is negative, so I'm going to move it on up. So that'd be x to the 12th. So that is quickly going through all the laws of exponents. So we'll start off the next video with some review problems you can do, and then we'll continue on with polynomials and so on and so on. Thank you very much.